Now part 3, Muslim is equal to barbarian. This is the holy lesson given by Muhammad and his Quran. Evidence from Quran verses. Muslim is equal to a barbarian. My beloved Muslim brothers and sisters, anyone who says I am a Muslim and I follow the Quran of Muhammad is one who lives in the 7th century AD period. 7th century period. That means he is a barbarian. This was the typical life of the 7th century AD. They lived a barbarian life. Muhammad had given that barbaric life counsel only through his Quran. Anyone who follows the barbaric Quran is not eligible to enjoy the present developments such as scientific development, electricity, internet, democracy, etc. So, any follower of Muhammad Islam has to relinquish the advancement of the world has witnessed in the last 1400 years and has to follow the barbarian methods such as swords, arrows, etc. He is a barbarian to say the least. He has to live that sort of life only if he says, I follow the Islamic faith, because Muhammad had advocated that sort of a barbaric life only through his Quran. Muhammad had counseled that the Muslim should not live a loving life, a democratic life or Christian life. Please read below the barbarian counsel given by Muhammad in his Quran. If you say, I love Islam and I want to remain a Muslim, then you necessarily have to live the life of a barbarian, just like Muhammad had lived in the 7th century AD, because you are also a barbarian. Look at the verses below. The murderous scriptures. Surah 49:15. Indeed, the ones who possess the true faith are those who believed in Allah and His Messenger, and they did not entertain any doubt and strove hard in the way of Allah with their lives and their possession. They are the truthful ones. Strove hard means do jihad. Surah 2:193. Keep on fighting against them until mischief ends and they were prescribed by Allah prevails. Surah 8:39. And fight them until there is no fitna, disorder, disbelief, and total obedience becomes for Allah. That's it. Surah 9:111. Allah has indeed purchased from the believers their lives and wealth in exchange for paradise. They fight in the cause of Allah and kill or killed. This is a true promise binding on him in the Torah and the Gospel and the Quran, and whose promise is truer than Allah. So rejoice in the exchange you have made with him. That is truly the ultimate triumph. What is that ultimate triumph? Kill and be killed for Allah. Surah 4:84. So, O Messenger, fight in the way of Allah, since you are responsible for none except yourself, and rouse the believers to fight for Allah. Rouse the believers to fight for Allah. Surah 8:65. O Prophet, rouse the believers to fight. If they are 20 among you who are patient, they will overcome 200. Raise the believers to fight, to wage war. Surah 66:9. O Prophet, carry out jihad against the disbelievers and the hypocrites. Carry out jihad against the disbelievers and the hypocrites and be harsh with them. Surah 47:35. So do not lose heart and do not appeal for peace. You will be the uppermost, and Allah is with you, and He will never deprive you of your deeds. Surah 47:4. So when you encounter those who disbelieve, then aim at smiting the necks until you have broken their strength thoroughly, and tie fast the bound by making them captives. He says, smite their neck and kill all the disbelievers. Surah 8:12. Remember, O Prophet, when your Lord revealed to the angels, I am with you, so make the believers stand firm. I will cast horror into the hearts of the believers. So strike their necks and strike their fingertips. Barbarian life. Surah 61:11. Have faith in Allah and His Messenger and strive in the way of Allah with your possessions and your life. That means do jihad. Surah 4:74. Let those who seek the life of the next world in exchange for life in this world fight in the way of Allah. Surah 2:244. And fight in the way of Allah and know that Allah is all hearing, all knowing. Surah 9:5. But when the sacred months expire, slay those who associate others with Allah and in His divinity. Slay those who associate others with Allah and His divinity. Surah 8:74. And those who have believed and emigrated and carried out jihad in the way of Allah, and those who gave refuge and help, those are the believers in truth. For them there is forgiveness and respectful provision. Look at that. Those who carried out jihad in the way of Allah and those who gave refuge, they are the best people, holy people. Surah 9:20. Those who believed and emigrated and took up jihad in the way of Allah with their wealth and lives are greater in rank in the sight of Allah, and they are the successful one. Absolutely. Barbarian. He says, you be a barbarian and you will be great in the sight of Allah. Then who is Allah? Surah 9:13. How could he not fight a people who have broken their oaths? Surah 5:33. Those who fight against Allah and His Messenger and run about trying to spread disorder in the earth, their punishment is nothing but that they shall be killed off or be crucified, or their hands and legs be cut apart from different sides, and they be kept away from the land they live in. Look at that. He has advocated a barbarian life. So anybody who says, I'm a Muslim, I follow Islam, I follow the Quran, is a barbarian following this barbarian law. Surah 9:123. Believers, fight against the unbelievers who live around you and let them find in you sternness. Know that Allah is with the God-fearing. Look at that. Surah 9:123. Believers, fight against the unbelievers who are around you. Now, can the Muslims live around other people? Look at this. That means if they live among Hindus and Christians, Allah has prescribed, Muhammad has prescribed, kill the Christians and Hindus. This is what he has prescribed. Barbarian life. And if you say, I'm a true Muslim, I follow Islam, I love Islam, then that's it. You cannot live among other people. You cannot live among Hindus. You cannot live among Christians. He says, kill the unbelievers around you. Surah 5:35. Oh, those who believe, fear Allah and seek the wasila of nearness to Him, and carry out jihad in His way so that you may succeed. Carry out jihad, kill. That's it. Surah 9:88. But the messenger and the believers in his company have carried out jihad with their wealth and lives, and for them there are good things, and they are the successful. So the messenger was a barbarian, killing all the people. So you also become a barbarian, kill other people. That is what Surah 9:88 says. Surah 9:14. Fight them, God will punish them at your hands. Surah 2:190. Fight in the God's cause against those who fight you. Surah 2:191. Kill them wherever you encounter them and drive them out from where they drove you out. Surah 8:17. It was not you believers who killed them, but it was Allah who did so. Surah 8:18. As such, Allah frustrates the evil plans of the disbelievers. Surah 2:154. Do not say that those who are killed in God's cause are dead. They are alive, though you do not realize it. Surah 9:29. Those who do not believe in Allah on the last day, even though they were given the scriptures, and who do not hold the unlawful, that which Allah and His messengers have declared to be unlawful, and who do not follow the true religion, fight against them until they pay tribute, jizya, out of their hand and are utterly subdued. Barbarian life. Edification. Quran is equal to a murderous book which is opposed to all the modern democratic societies and nations. It is against the criminal laws of all the modern nations. Can the Lord of the world's devil, Allah, give a better scripture than this? Jesus has already clarified that the devil comes except to steal, destroy and kill. John 10:10.